Ah, I may be 2 shades darker. Maybe, just maybe, perhaps. And I may be I guess it's kind of hard to tell. But I was very sunburned. Still very sunburned, but a little bit better now. But yeah. I'm gonna start right now because this is a thick boy. Thick boy. We got the UCS N1 Starfighter. I have not watched the Mandalorian movie, but it still looks really good. The build looks really good. I do have the old N1 Starfighter, the UCS one. That's very much smaller than this. But I also really like that one. So very excited for this one. Looks really good too, especially with the chrome pieces. But we'll never get. Well, we'll probably never get the actual chrome pieces that was in the original set. Kind of sad, but you know, it is what it is. Got some reading material. The old N1. Do like the yellow and chrome. That's really nice. We have the all chrome. Not all, but partial chrome. Got some shots. Roku. Good. Nice shot here. Okay. I think there's 16 builds. 16 bags, I think. 16 bags. Obviously not gonna finish today. But we will start. I'm gonna yap a little bit about the California trip. And building on a Tuesday. Building Lego on a Tuesday. Unheard of. Unheard of. What's this? Yeah, I went to California Thursday morning. And I had to find a flight that's really early because I still had to work that day. And my work usually starts around 8 o'clock. So I was like, I have to get there around that time so I can start working. Which I did. The flight was what is it? 5 a.m. or something. I got there around like 7 something. But because it was so early, and I live not like super far, but kind of far from the airport, probably like a 40-minute drive, and probably closer to an hour drive if there is traffic. So, and I didn't want to take an Uber because I knew it was going to be expensive, just because how far it was. But at that time of the day, there was no public transport. Or there is, but none that would like get me to the airport in good time. It starts like a little bit later. I think if I take the first one available, I would be like kind of cutting it too close. So I was not able to take public transport on the way there because it was too early. And I had booked a Lyft ride in advance because I was such a good planner. I did book a Lyft ride because I had to. It was like what I booked it like for 3 a.m. I got to get to the airport like at 4:30 or something. Yeah. What the hell is this? Oh, I see. Already starting. Already starting wrong. Hold on. Hold on. Confused. Like this. Huh? Oh, this is next. I see. I see. I see. I see. Like this. And so I booked for, I think it was like 3 a.m. or something. And so I was like, I woke up at 2 something just to be sure I have enough time. Um, and I was like, oh, I even have time to eat breakfast. So like, poured myself a bowl of cereal. I was like, oh, I got so much time. And then got a notification and it's like, your Lyft driver is arriving in 2 minutes. And I was like, hold on. Hold on, we got like 10 minutes. And then it was like, your Lyft driver is here, but don't worry, they will wait until 3 a.m. Um, and I was like, oh, okay. But then I saw, like, I can see the outside street from my window, and I saw her pulled up, like, right next to the house, and I was like, I didn't want her to wait that long, but I have my bowl of cereal that I just poured, um, and I went from, like, thinking I have enough time to, just, like, stuffing it in my mouth because the driver is waiting outside for me. Even though she's early. Like, she's definitely early, which is good, but, I still felt bad that she had to wait. So got onto my Lyft, went to the airport, everything was quick because it was so early. Um, got onto the plane, I flew Southwest for the first time. I've never flown Southwest. Um, and I knew they used to have, like, unassigned seating, which is, like, kinda scary. Never had unassigned seating before. But I know they're now assigned, they now have assigned seating. Um, but, because I'm poor, I'm amongst the poor people, I didn't pay extra to get, like, good seats or whatever, so I was in the middle seat. Um, and last group to board, obviously. Um, but, the flight was so early that it was not, full at all, so we ended up like, they ended up just switching us around so none of us have to sit right next to each other, so that was nice. So I got to sit, uh, in an aisle seat. And then I fell asleep, because it was so early. Um, I'm very good at falling asleep. Can pretty much fall asleep anywhere, uh, if I'm tired. 'Cause I know some people, like, can't fall asleep on planes or, like, certain transportations, but I can. I just fall asleep, which is probably a win for me because I can't imagine, like, you being so tired and not able to fall asleep just because it's so uncomfortable. Not for me, I fall asleep before the the plane takes off. Um, but yeah, I pretty much slept the whole way. Um, then I got there and California weather Deceiving. Everyone will tell you, like, how nice California weather is. Deceiving. Because, like, it would look so sunny, and it's actually really cold. Especially if you're, like, in a city by the coast, which is, like, like, big, cities. Most big California cities. Especially if you're going for tourism or something like that, it's gonna be at the coastal city. Um, especially by like, any coastal cities, it's gonna be extra windy because of, it's by the ocean. Um, so don't believe don't believe what you see with your eyes, especially for California weather. It's always colder than you imagined. And I'm glad I brought my jacket, because at first I was like, oh, it's in the middle of summer, California. Don't need a jacket. Instantly grateful for the jacket once I got to the airport because it was so cold. And when I got off the plane, because especially it was early in the morning, so it was still kind of cold. And it was, again, very windy. And I had to go get my rental car, and it was not on site. So you have to, like, take a little shuttle to get to the rental place. And had to, like, wait outside for a little bit for the like, the little shuttle. What does this mean? Oh, just like this. I see. I see. I see. So yeah, I had to wait a little bit for the shuttle, and so I'm glad I got my jacket. And got to the rental. Everything is nice. Got a little Nissan Altima. I'm not complaining. Drove to my friend's house. Um, and it was all street parking, but they have, like, a permit where you can park, instead of, like, being timed. Um, and I didn't know what permit they had, and so I was like, "Hello, I'm here." Um, and I definitely sent my flight information over to her well in advance. Um, I texted, I called, it was on no disturb mode. I was like, "Great." It was like 7, almost 8 in the morning, so I was like, "Great, they're not awake." Um, and I pretty much waited, like, probably, like, 20 minutes in the car. So I also didn't want to just leave the car, um, without, like, putting the permit on. So I was like, "Yeah, they're not awake." But, um, finally phone got picked up. Um, I was like, and she was like, "I thought you were coming at 8 p.m., not AM." I was like, "Nope, I definitely said AM." And that's why. Hold on, what is this? Like this. But yeah, I was like, I definitely said AM. And I definitely sent you my entire flight itinerary. But it's okay. It's fine. That first day I pretty much just worked an entire day because I needed to work. I didn't take time off. I was there early because that was the best flight timing wise. So perfect. So shiny. So shiny, the chrome pieces. Um yeah, after that, had some dinner. And then they also have some other friends over, which I've met before. Um and none of them have to work. None of them has to work, or like some of them have to work, but it's not like as intense as my job. Um, so they were all like just chilling, and me just like typing and trying to work and trying to not work overtime. Um, but yeah, um, they also like went out for coffee and brought me a matcha latte, and like cooked me breakfast and lunch and all that stuff. And I was like, it feels so nice having someone to like cook for when you're working and they just like bring you food. I was very grateful for it, which it feels very nice, especially when you're like stressed out from work, all that stuff. Um, but yeah. That night we went to my other friend's mom's house because I was there for a concert and it was in Oakland. My friends were in Sacramento, and I thought we were just gonna drive there. The concert was that Friday night, so I thought we were just gonna drive there, which is fine because it's like a 2-hour drive. And we have enough more than enough time. So I thought we were just gonna drive there that night, Friday night. But they actually was like, we're gonna drive there Friday morning, so her mom's house is closer to Oakland, so why don't we just drive there Friday morning so at night when we have to go to the concert we don't have to rush. I was like, oh, that's fine. I was like, why don't we just go Thursday night then, instead of having to go early in the morning? Because I still have to work Friday morning and we have to get there before 8, and that means we have to wake up super early. Um to drive there in the morning. And they were like, yeah, why don't we just drive there Thursday night? So we ended up driving there Thursday night. We kind of arrived pretty late, because we were still like having dinner and hanging around and all that stuff. Yeah, we ended up getting there probably like 11 or almost 12. But that was fine. Her mom's house is really nice. Um, and then next morning, I pretty much just worked, work, work, work. It was entire day of work on Friday. Um, and my friend would like bring me food and drink and stuff randomly to feed me, so that was really nice. First sticker. Need a big separator. Voila. Kind of crooked, but it's right. You can't see it because it can't focus. Yeah, worked pretty much all day. I even told my boss was like, I may have to leave early because I got a concert to go to. I ended up working late anyway. And we were closer than I thought we would be, so there's no need for us to like go super early anyway. But yeah, we drove there. As soon as we got off the highway, there was started to have traffic, which was as expected, I guess. It was at the Oakland Arena. Never been. It's my first time there. And I bought parking in advance, so I'm very grateful for that. Um, oh, we're connecting this. Right? Yeah. This here. Yeah, I got some pictures from the trip. So first up is as soon as we got off the highway, it's the arena is right next to the highway exit. And so they have like those like screens and like rotating, the artist or whatever like it's gonna happen there. And then I saw the Yoasobi, poster come up, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna take a picture. And plus, it was like really trafficy at the time, so we were moving very slow. So I was like, okay, next time it comes on, I'm gonna take a picture. And we started moving, and I was like, hold on, I'm still waiting for the USOB poster to come on. And my friend was even like, I'll let the other car merge, so you have time to take a picture. And it ended up coming up like at the very end. That's right there. So we were like just about to pass the screen. I ended up taking the worst picture possible. Can't even see the colors correctly. But that was the first picture that I took. That was outside the arena. Super excited. There was a long line to get in, but honestly, we got there, and I planned for this. We got there an hour early, so it wasn't super bad. The traffic, plus we have like bought parking in advance, so everything was very smooth. Honestly, very impressed. By us. Very impressed by my planning. This is good. And perfect. And then we got our cars parked. And look at this. Not the Tesla, but the plate. We were just walking and we saw a plate that's literally says Yo Asobi. I'm like, oh wow, someone paid for vanity plate just for it to say Yo Asobi. Very impressive. Much dedication. A lot of dedication by the Tesla driver. And we saw a Miku wrapped car. Had to explain to my friend what Miku and Vocaloid is. Even though I'm not also I'm not a big Vocaloid fan, so I also don't know as much, but at least I know some. But yeah, explain to my friend what Vocaloid is. Very hyped. We all got into the arena, and because we got there early, there's not like a long line to get in. I don't think there ever was a long line to get in. And then we also checked out the merch booth, but honestly, the only thing that interested me was the city shirts. So that there's one like for every city that they went to. So for this one, it would be the Oakland shirt, but I didn't have high hopes for it because I saw on Reddit that they sell out. Like pretty much only the VIP people get to buy it because they sell out so quickly. So I didn't even like. I'm not like, oh, I have to get there super early to get the city shirts. I'm just like, I'm gonna check it out, see if there is. If there is, I'll get it. If there's not, then it's fine. And we were there an hour early, and the merch line wasn't very long, and maybe it's because the city shirts are already gone. But yeah, we didn't get the city shirts because it was gone, and I didn't end up getting anything because I already got in preparation for the concert. I already got the new collab with Uniqlo. I was already wearing their merch, so I'm like, I don't need to get more. Plus, it was like a little bit expensive, even though like not like super expensive. It was like 50 for a t-shirt, 100 for a sweatshirt. Kind of expensive, but if it's like for concert wise, probably not ridiculous. But compared to a Uniqlo shirt, I'm like, I'm gonna get the Uniqlo shirt. Plus, I don't have to wait in line, even though the line wasn't really that long. But yeah, we got in. Made great time, and at first we were like, we just like followed the crowd. And I was like, I bought the ticket, but I have no idea where we're sitting. I just know I didn't buy like, I didn't buy the cheapest tickets. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna like maybe like do a little bit of an upgrade. Not the most expensive, but like not the cheapest either. I think I bought like probably like one up. Uh, but I was like, but then I was like, 'cause we're just following the crowd, right? And I told my friend, I was like, yeah, we're poor, like we're probably upstairs. Um, and so we followed the crowd upstairs, and I was like, hold on, this is wrong. And so we ended up going downstairs and like following the seat or whatever. And we just like moved closer and closer and closer and closer and closer and closer to the stage. And and I was like, wait, are we rich? Are we actually rich? Um, but yeah, we ended up being pretty close to the stage. It was on the side though. But yeah, it's still pretty close. Like very nice seats. Um, oh, this is the front, I think. Okay, cool. Very nice. Very nice. S- Is cool. Bag one done. I don't know how many bags I can do today, but we'll see. Not gonna finish it anyway, so. There was a little photo wall inside, and there's a long line to get pictures. Um and for someone who doesn't really like to take pictures, I was like, I'm gonna pass. But I'm gonna take pictures of someone else standing in front of it. Um so yeah, that's the photo wall. It's got like little balloons and then it says Yoasobi on it. Everyone's hyped, everyone's got merch. And there's not as many like cosplayers as I thought it would be. But there were some. Definitely some free run um cosplayers, and then there's some hold on. All right. There's some Oshinoko cosplay. I recognize. I did. I don't. I have not watched the anime, so I don't know the characters. Um, but I recognize some cosplays there. Um, but yeah, there were multiple free runs. And then let's see. Oh yeah, this is our seat. This is before the show started. So we were like fourth row. Um, from the front, and then the in front of the railing, it's just the VIP. You know, this. And then I didn't take a picture of this, but if you know what Baby Star is, it's like a snack. Um, that's like kind of like dried ramen noodles but seasoned. But yeah, they were handing out free Baby Stars at the venue. And my friend and I each got one, and we ate it while we wait for the concert to start. That was very nice. A pleasant surprise, if I do say so myself. Um, but yeah, that's our seat. It's really close. I mean, maybe not, doesn't look that close in the picture, but it is pretty close. Because we're just like 3 rows away from the VIP seats. Um, but yeah, very nice, very nice. And then this is a little bit before it's gonna start. Oh, this is the QR code. So they have like on the screen, that says like scan this QR code for an exclusive photo, and I scanned it, and then my data wasn't working at the at at the venue, and I tried to like connect to the arena's Wi-Fi, and it's like enter your email. And then I enter it, and then it's like not letting me get the exclusive photo. Um, and then I was like, okay, whatever, I'll do this at home. And then after the concert, we went back, and I was like, oh, I'm able to submit the thing, and it says like, you'll get your exclusive photo via email. And I never got the exclusive photo. What's up with that? Where's my exclusive photo? I am very curious. And you know what? I still have that site up on my phone. And like once in a while I'll go back and submit my email, and it keeps saying that I'll get it via email, and I never get it. I've never gotten my exclusive. Where's my exclusive photo? So mad. Maybe one day I'll get like 50 emails, 50 exclusive photos all at once. But yeah, they roll like some ads and stuff before the show. Um, and then I think next picture. Yep, and started. Very cool. I'm like, I know a lot of the visuals are like from their music video. Um, but I'm still like very impressed with how they design the visuals and all that stuff. Like honestly, like each song has different visuals. And you can tell like it's, they put a lot of work into it. Um, yeah, I'm very impressed by the visuals, and you can't really tell from this picture, but um, the screen is like designed to make it look like a book because it's USOB. Um, maybe some pictures. Let's see. This one you can kind of see like on the screen on the very left, the big one on the left. You can kind of see there's the book, the spine of the book a little bit. This is not the best picture. I'm sure there's better pictures later. But yeah, and then people got their light sticks. I didn't prepare any because there's like apparently like different, like I know each song has like different color light, and then I don't know if there's like actual like sequence to stuff. Why is it so bright suddenly? Why is it so bright? Did I touch anything? Okay. Yeah, like, and I was like, I'm not gonna be like, I'm not gonna pretend I know, because I don't know the colors to each song. I'm just not gonna prepare. And then my friend was like, why don't you tell me there's like gonna be light sticks? I could have bought light sticks. And I'm like, you're the one who told me you don't want a t-shirt because you want to be a fake fan, and now you want light sticks. Okay. But yeah, there's a lot of light sticks. It's really cool to watch. and like people do a little dance with it. What's up with the light? Yeah, it was really cool. And then this one you can see better. So this one you can see the two big screens are like you can see they are made to look like books, like book covers, and you can see the book spine there. Very nice. I mean, I didn't take like much video or photo because I just want to like enjoy the moment. And because we're so close to the front, and I was like kind of worried that someone's gonna stand up even though we're so close. Like, there's no need to stand up, people. But I know some people do. Like, but I just like I paid for this seat. I want to be sitting. I don't want to be standing the entire time. Um, very luckily, because I know I think the VIP section was like standing the entire time, and which is kind of more understandable because their section is not like sloped like the arena seats are. So like if one person stand up, the entire section gotta be standing. But because the seats are sloped, like there's no need for standing. But then I definitely see some sections like has like the first row of people standing, and then I feel like so bad because like people in the back probably are like can't see anything. There's only like a couple songs that there are two guys in front of us that stood up, but that's only a couple songs, so like that's like kind of forgivable. Um, and I know some people likes to stand, but I'm just like I just want to be sitting. Uh, I paid for the seats. I paid to be seated. But yeah, luckily not a lot of people or in front of us, not a lot of people in front of us stood up. Um, all right. E goes here. And then what's next? This is towards the end. So they finished like their set, and then they have the encore section, and it was like not for so long, but like you can tell they have prepared encore songs because the lights not like the arena lights are not coming on. People are like chanting for encores. And the cameras are just like going back between like different audience, kind of like a jumbotron, at a sports event kind of thing. And people start cheering and like and like occasionally like it starts to die down a little bit. Um, why is everything looks so not focused? Looks better. Okay. Yeah, like people start chanting, and then it kind of dies down as like as the people are giving up, and then like it will camera will go to like a person who's like still chanting, and then like it gets people going again. But like I just know that there's gonna be encore songs because the lights are still low. And I knew like I've seen videos from other shows that they come out with the city jerseys. And I was like, I told my friend, I was like, they're probably changing, but they're taking it so long. It's like to the point where you're like, is there an encore? Or is there not an encore song? Just taking so long. But they finally came out. They came out with Giants jersey. You can kind of see on the screen. They did 2 more encore songs. That was really nice. Everyone stood up for the last one, which is fine, because it was the last one and we all stood up. It was really nice though. They were so like wholesome and it's right. Yeah, okay. They were so wholesome and they were so like polite and grateful to be there. You can tell and um tried so hard to speak English. Really cute. Um, and all like honestly, the like performances are great. Um, like how they handle the crowd. Um, I mean they're professionals, so like what can I say? But it's just like I don't know what I was expecting, because I won't say like I'm a super fan of theirs. I've have some songs on my playlist. Um, and obviously I know they're big, especially in Asia. I know these tickets are probably harder to come by if the it was in like Japan or Taiwan. So um so yeah, I don't know what I was expecting, but it just definitely exceeded my expectation. Um yeah, they were really good. Um all the other band like guitar and drum players and piano players are all really cute too, and they're all really good, and I don't know what else I can say, it's just really good. And I wish I can, like, watch it again in person. Maybe someday. Um, let's see. No, this is the last photo I have from the concert, but yeah, this is as we were kind of getting up to leave, but, um, they were, after they finished the encore song, they, like, was, saying bye and thanking the crowd and all that stuff. Um Very sad that it ended, it was such a good show. You can still see some light sticks, from people, and they were just going, to either side of the stage, to thank the crowd. Hold on, this goes like this. And they took a picture with the crowd, and we are one of them. And they posted the picture afterwards on Instagram, and I told my friend, like, "Look, we're one of them." You can't see us, but we're there. We're there in spirit and physically. You just can't see us. Eh? 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 Oh, like this. Yeah, that was the concert. I don't know what else I can say. It was just really good. Like it's something that you would have to something that you just have to witness in person, I guess, to understand. I mean, much like any other concerts by any other artist. Eh, go in. I wanna go. Okay. This is the front, I'm assuming? No, that's not front, the back. The back, not the front, the back. Um, like this. That's back two. There's no extra pieces. Interesting. Okay, back three. What are we, good on time? What are you good on? We're starting a different section. I'm gonna move this aside. But yeah, the whole show, 10 out of 10. I think now that I have friends in California, I'm like, ooh, because they always go international, especially international artists. They go Seattle, and then they skip Oregon, and they go to California, which is like, whatever. But now that I have friends in California, I have more excuses to go, and I can drag people there. I have friends that I can drag them to. Because I don't think I'll be able to go like by myself. Um, yeah, now I have friends in California. I'm gonna be dragging them if I um next, honestly, if I can see, and I don't know if this will happen, but if I can see Otto in person, that would be dream come true. Dream come true if I can see Otto. I know she had her world tour last year, so probably not this year, but hopefully next year or the year after that. Honestly, I'm patient. I can wait. I will wait. Um I know she was in some music festivals, but I'm not really a music festival person. But I will buy her ticket if she comes to the US again. I will be there. Um and then other like Taiwanese artists big enough to come, I will go to California. I will go to California for them. Um Hold on. I'm skipping steps. But yeah, this experience just confirms that yeah, I'm gonna be dragging my friend to more concerts. So like this. And then after that, we went home. It's kind of late, but it was okay. The next day, the following day, like this. The following day, my friend's mom signed us up for some volunteering that she was doing. It was for some kids at a park, kind of like half picnic, half like they had like games as well for the kids. Um, Hold on, this is wrong. This is wrong. This is wrong. This. But yeah, we were there as volunteers to like set up and break down the area pretty much. I guess we were also supposed to play with the kids, but I played with 0 kids. Um, but I did help set everything up. Voila, we got turkeys. Turkeys at the park. Um, Turkeys. These ones are kind of fine. Honestly, they're kind of cute. Um, but I've seen scarier and bigger turkeys. There's one time I went camping, and we were very dumb, but we left some trash outside, and it attracted some wild turkeys, and they were right outside our tent in the morning, and they were huge. They were much bigger than this. Um, those were kind of scary. These ones, I know they look kind of ugly, but I think they're kind of cute. Um, yeah, there was a lot of turkeys. There was a lot of turkeys at the park. Um, and our first task, me and my friend, we got assigned to, was to like tape up some signs, for like people entering because the park is kind of big. So we were given the task of putting up some signs so people know where to go for this event. Um, and so we were handed like a stack of like papers. Um, and we thought it was just like because they were just like printed out arrows on a piece of paper. We're like, this is not like very clear because it doesn't say for what. It's just like an error. not error, arrow. It was just an arrow. Um, and and we were also handed a Sharpie. So we got creative. And my friend was like, "Oh, I'm gonna write the name of the event on this arrow." Um, and like halfway through, because like there were a lot of like it was like those A-frame plastic things, and we were just like taping the paper on it. And they've already put those signs up, so we just need to go and tape them up. So we're just following the trail, and halfway through, she was like flipping through the pile of paper, and she was like, "Oh, there's like they didn't just give us arrows. Um, there's also papers that has like the event logo on it." And we're just here thinking we're so clever writing on the arrow, when there's actually logos that we can be taping up as well. Um, so that's just a little dumb on our part, but we had to go back the same way anyway, so we ended up going back and taping up the sign, the taping up the logo for the event on our way back. But yeah, that's where we saw the darkies. Um, and then we also saw a dead raccoon. I was so curious because it looks very fresh, so it's not decomposed yet, so nothing gross. It was very close to the sidewalk, which I feel kind of unusual because like I feel like if they and there's no like outside wounds or anything, so it's not like they were hit or something. Um, but I just feel like if it's like of natural causes, they typically don't like die out in the open, right? Um, so I just thought that's kind of strange. Um, maybe they didn't die of natural causes. Who knows? It just felt kind of weird to me that they died out in the open. Uh, but R.I.P. R.I.P. to the raccoon. Yeah, at the event we pretty much just set it up, and then my friend prepared like a arts and craft booth, which we spent some time there before like all the kids showed up. Um, there were some cards and we played some poker. Is it poker? I don't know. Blackjack. Blackjack is what with my friend, and we did some like there were colorings and there's some um apparently they were called cootie catchers. Those foldy things. Um, so like there's some stuff you can make, and then there's like some lanyards that you can make yourself as well. Um, my friend made me this. It's like a half-made lanyard that they gave up halfway. But it is really the color of this is this of the string is very nice. It's like iridescent. But now I have this, and it stays on my desk now. But yeah, we just like did some crafts. Then after that they had some catering as well. Of like a taco truck kind of. That was set up. Had some tacos. Honestly, those tacos are probably the best food that I had for this entire trip. Really good tacos, honestly. Had some food. And then after that, at the park, there's like a lot of people at the park. And like there were some birthday parties that was happening. And then there's this group of kids. Apparently like I think it's because the part that they were in didn't have a high enough tree. So they like came over to a tree next to our section of the park. Um to hang up a piñata. Um, and it was kind of funny because like it was a bunch of kids, okay, and they were all like taking turns to swing at the piñata. Um, and at first they were like, okay, one hit per person. Um, and then it was like the piñata was like not breaking at all. Um, and they're like, okay, now 2 hits per person. Um, and like, and then like 3 hits per person. And whatever they announced, like, okay, now we're gonna add 1 hit per person. Like they all cheered together. It was actually kind of wholesome, but it was so funny because even like after like they added to like 4 hits per person, the piñata is just like not breaking. They're just like not breaking the piñata at all. Um, and it was like it took so long, probably like 15 minutes. And all the adults were just like standing there watching, making sure no one gets whacked. Um, I was watching, I was invested. Um, I was like, when is this piñata gonna break? I have never seen in person, in real life, piñata being broken. So I'm here for it as well. I'm very invested. Um, and like finally, I don't even think they broke the piñata, but um, someone hit it off of the string, and so one of the parents just like pick it up and start like uh shaking the candies out of it. Um, hold on, I'm missing something. I feel like I'm missing something. I shouldn't have these 1x2s. Where are these 1x2s? These? Oh, here. I see. Okay, that's bag 3. Okay, book. Good time. Good time. I have 5 bags out. I don't know if I'll reach 5 bags. Probably will, because the 5th bag is kind of small. But yeah, I think the max I would do is 5. So. Let's see. Oh, those are the chicken. Oh, and this is San Francisco. You can see. This is in Berkeley, so you can see across the water to San Francisco. I think we saw the Golden Gate Bridge as well. It was a really nice day. It was kind of like cold, like kind of like cold in the shade and hot in the sun, kind of, which is a very typical California weather. Um, yeah, it was a clear day, so we can see across the water. Very nice. Can't find this piece. Oh, right here. Right in front of my eyeballs. But yeah, that's San Francisco. And then that's, we had sidewalk chalk as well. And my friend drew a piñata. Inspired by the event. Hold on, gotta connect the 2 pieces. Oh, look at this. Okay. This goes here. But yeah, they probably took like 15 or 20 minutes trying to break the piñata. And then they didn't even break it in the end. The adults probably are like, okay, we gotta stop this. We're gonna be here all day if we let them. If we're gonna wait for them to break this piñata. So they broke it. Everyone, all the kids were yay, and and ran for the candies and all that stuff. And then after the picnic thing was over, we like helped break down everything and bring stuff to the car, and we went back home and we had some Japanese food. Um, oh, peace. Run away, peace. And yep, I was sunburned. This was actually the not that same day. The next day, when I was going home. Um, but yep, as you can see, I got sunburned. Which is partially blaming the deceiving California weather. Um, because it was not that hot that day. And it was like kept getting like kind of overcast and sunny, and then overcast and sunny. It was like cold and then hot and then cold and then hot. I was like putting on my jacket and taking it off so many times. And I also don't like to use sunscreen, which I know is bad for me, but um, I don't like the feeling of it. It's kind of sticky. Um, so I did not put on sunscreen at all. And we were out there for, it was like 10, like probably 4 hours or probably more. Yeah, not good. I was so sunburned. Um, you can see my hand is sunburned. And then my neck was burned too. Which is probably the most painful part. And my entire face was burnt as well. Which it's feeling a lot better now, but you can still kind of see, like, you can see a little redness. And if I take off my watch, you can see better. Doesn't show up that very good on the camera, but I was definitely very burnt. And neither of my friends were burnt. Like, how? This was on the way back home, so this was the next day. This was the same day. Make it bigger. I'm not gonna mess with it. But this is the same day. You can see like, you can't see it as well, but you can see like how it goes, like the burntness goes like this as a boundary there. And I didn't notice until we got home, that I was so burnt. But then it was like the day after is my flight, coming back home. So I was like going to the airport, so burnt, and I feel so self-conscious because I was like, they're probably thinking like, oh, this person like comes to California once, never seen the sun, and comes to California once and gets sunburned. I feel very self-conscious on the plane. But I pretty much slept all the way, again, as I usually do. But the funny thing is, so I was like asleep, and then I kind of woke up a little bit. Like I heard, oh, and this time the plane was full. The plane was full, and I was still poor, so I was still in the middle seat. And I didn't get moved this time because it was full. So I sat in my middle seat. The person next to me was like talking or something, so I kind of got woken up, and before I could like go back to sleep, the person on my left and on my right started talking. Like apparently, like they were. I didn't hear exactly because I had my headphones on, but they were talking. Like they didn't look like they knew each other, but then they started a conversation because apparently they were there for like a conference or something, and they were both going to it. And so like they started to like introduce themselves and like started shaking hands. And obviously they were sitting on either side of me, so they have to like reach across me. But I pretended to be asleep at the time because I was like, I'm not gonna make this any more awkward than I have to. Like obviously they're having a conversation across over over me. Um so I'm not gonna make it any more awkward, so I just pretend to be asleep until they finish their conversation. But then yeah, we got the it was a quick flight, it's close anyway. And then it's the first time taking like public transit from the airport because it's actually pretty convenient because it just goes like straight to across Portland and like to Beaverton. And then there's like a bus that I can take after getting off the Max to get like straight to my home. And plus like if depending on the day, if you're like having to drive from the airport to Beaverton, it's gonna take at least an hour if you're stuck in traffic, which taking the Max is also going to be an hour. So like it's better to just take public transport, in my opinion, if it's available. So it's my first time taking from the airport. It's actually really nice, and like it doesn't feel that long either. And plus my dad is coming to visit me this week, so and his flight is like 8 in the morning, arrives at 8 in the morning. So I'm like, that is rush hour. I am not gonna go to the airport to pick you up. Because it's gonna be like 2-hour trip both ways, which is not efficient for myself or for him really. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna take the Max now. I'm gonna take the public transport now. I'm gonna take some pictures for him while I'm at it. So he has some guidance from me. But it honestly is really easy. Plus, there's only one Max you can take from the airport. It's not gonna go wrong. Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna take some pictures for you so you can take this by yourself when you get here. So yeah, and then because right, I have to take the Max and then a bus that goes like right outside, that will take me right outside my home. And then once I got off the Max, I was like, the bus was like not gonna be there in like 20 minutes. And then plus I got like, because I was like, oh, because when I landed it was like maybe like 2 o'clock, 1 or 2 o'clock, and I haven't eaten lunch. And I knew the airport has a pot belly. And I was like, I don't know why, but I was just like craving it. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna get pot belly. And if you don't know, it's a pot belly is like kind of like Subway, but like a little bit fancier, so kind of like a fancier Subway. It's like, oh, I'm gonna get pot belly. But then it's not at that terminal or like close to the gate that I got off at. But then I walked past Jamba Juice and I was like, ooh, maybe Jamba Juice. Maybe I'll get Jamba Juice. And I haven't gotten it in a while. I haven't had Jamba Juice in a while. I used to get a lot. I used to get it pretty frequently when I was in college because we had one on campus. I haven't had Jamba Juice since. So I was like, ooh, I walked past Jamba Juice and I was like, I was still in search for Potbelly. But then I realized that it's just not at that 8 area. And so I turned back, I was like, I'm getting Jamba Juice. I got like a pretzel and a strawberry stir-fried, which is what I usually get. So I hate shakes with bananas. Because the bananas just like take over the taste. And I like tart stuff. So strawberry stir-fried is my favorite. So I got Jamba Juice and then I had it like on the Max ride. And then when I got off the Max, I still have to wait for the bus, which was not coming in like 20 minutes. So And then because I had that, I had like the entire jumbo juice on the way there, I had to pee. Like I had to pee real bad. Not like super bad, but like not like I was like I don't think I can wait like 20 more minutes and then like another 10-minute ride home. And I was like, there's like no bathrooms. There's actually a porta potty, but it was locked. So like obviously not for the public. This right? Like this. Yeah, okay. Like this. This, okay. But yeah, I had to pee. There was no porta potty. Oh, there was no potty at all. So... And there was, like, not really a lot of people around, maybe just because that time of day or something. And there really is nothing around there either. Like, it's just a maximum station. So I looked around to find a bush to pee in. It's like, there's no one around. I cannot. Why is this bus taking so long to get here? And I need to pee. And it was like there was a big parking lot next to the Max station. And which was not like there was only a few cars parked there and no one in the parking lot or in the cars. So I was like, and then at the very end of the parking lot, it just backs up to like shrubs and bushes and stuff. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna walk to the very end of this parking lot. I'm gonna go into the bushes and I am going to pee there. So threw my backpack on the ground. I got to the end of the parking lot. And I peed in the bush. Very satisfying. And there was no one around. So who cares? But yeah. The little detour ended up peeing in the bush. After peeing in the bush, I was so satisfied. I'm like, I can wait another 30 minutes if I have to. For this freaking bus to arrive. And the bus arrived and took me home. It was very nice. Can't really, I mean, compared to like Taiwan, the public transport here is trash, but compared to other cities in the US, the public transport here is pretty good. But yep, I got home and then say hi to Zuzu. I left her with the timed feeder. This time, my first time kind of leaving her without having someone to take care of her. But she did well. She didn't even like complain much when I got home, which is typically what she does when I leave for an extended period of time. How does this work? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Yeah, she didn't even yell at me, but then I realized her water had dried up, so I was not expecting it. I refilled the water and then she was there for a hot minute, just like slurping. Must be really thirsty, which I feel bad for. But she was fine. She didn't even finish, like, because when I got back, the feeder was like piled up with food, so she didn't even like finish all the food I have timed for her, which is fine. And she wasn't yelling like she was hungry or anything. But yeah, it's good because I got the feeder for kind of like this, like short trips that I can go onto without having someone to come in and check on her. but also because I usually feed her around 6 p.m. and she usually start getting crazy around 4:35 p.m. Which is when I'm still working. And she comes in like she asks for attention and she jumps onto me and just like very cute, but also not very nice when I'm still working. Um, so I have to feed her on to like put a little bit of food out around that time. So at least she can calm down a little bit. Um, while I'm still at work. But yeah, I think that's a success. If I do say so myself. Let's go. Oh, and on the plane, so on the plane right there, um, I saw this guy. Well, it caught my attention because like you're supposed to only bring like 2 items, and he had maybe more, but they just like asked him to consolidate. So I noticed this guy. Um, and then on the way back, I saw him on the same flight, and he has a free run like plush on his backpack, and I was like, oh, he must be there for the concert. He was on the exact same to and back flight as me, and I was like, he must be there for the concert too. That's my guess. I didn't ask him, um, but that's just interesting. Interesting discovery. Yeah, when I got home, it was like probably like 5 p.m. and I still had a lot of chores to do because I get my laundry done and like still gotta clean the house because I wasn't there on the weekend. So ended up not streaming, which is a wise decision. Um, so I'm streaming now. Streaming now. And then today, I had made the appointment to go to the DMV because my uh registration from the last state, which I was in Louisiana. The registration from Louisiana was gonna expire, and I was like, I'm just gonna like re-register my car in Oregon. Um, hold on, this is wrong. And then I was like, yeah, I should also get a new driver's license in Oregon as well, just so I have my address updated. So I made an appointment for the DMV today, and at first I thought like you don't have to get a DEQ inspection. Um, if you live outside of Portland, but I was wrong. Yesterday, I was, like, filling out the application, and it turned out I need to get a DQ. I was like, "Oh, shit." So I had to go today because my appointment was today. Um, and they at the DQ station, they have, like, these cameras that you can, check out online to look at the line. Um, and I checked it out, and because I was like, "Oh, I gotta go sometime in the morning because my appointment is 2 PM." So, I was like, "I'm gonna check out the line," and I checked it out, and it was, like, 2 cars on the camera. I was like, "Oh, cool, now is a good time to go." Um, I went there, it was not 2 cars, it was, like, 20 cars in each line, and there was 3 lines. Um, at first, I couldn't even get into the parking lot, like, it was overfilled. I was like, "Oh, shit." But I ended up getting it. Got the DQ done, and then I went to the appointment, and I this morning, I was like, "Oh, shit, my entire face is burnt." And I'm getting this picture taken that's gonna last me 10 years. Actually, this morning when I woke up, my face started, like, peeling. Um, not just red anymore, it's also peeling. So I was like, "Great, perfect. Perfect." I'm bringing this, like, burnt and peeling face, um, to get my driver's license picture taken. Perfect, that's perfect. But I'm like, what am I gonna do? Cancel the appointment just because I'm sunburned? Which is probably what I can do, but... I'm just like, great. I am getting a sunburned picture of my face for the next 10 years on my driver's license. But everything went well. Registration and... Hold on. Did I do this wrong? I think I did this wrong. I did this sticker wrong. The registration and the ID took, like, almost $400. That's insane. No. No. Okay, I'm messing up the sticker. But, you know what? No one's gonna look that closely. Nobody will know. Alright, that's back 5. Don't look too closely, this corner is messed up. I think that's all for today. We made good progress. 5 bags. We have... a shape. We have a shape. We'll continue this tomorrow. We'll see if I'm feeling up for it, because this week, because my dad is visiting, I won't be able to stream on the weekend again, which is bad, because I have so many games I want to play. But, yeah, I probably won't be able to stream this weekend again, so stream tomorrow. Maybe, depending on how I'm feeling tomorrow, but I may build a little less and do some Minesweeper. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. My neighbor is freaking out my Ring doorbell camera again. What are they doing? Why are they going back and out, in and out all the time? Yeah, we'll wait for my ID photo to see how burnt I look. And I'll report back. Not that I'm showing you the photo, but I'll report back how bad I look on my ID photo. We're gonna wait, why do they have to wait so long? So in Louisiana, when you get your license, they just print it right there. You just get it on the spot. And for this one, you have to wait like 3 to 4 weeks. Like, why? Why? Why are people so efficient in the US? Huh? This sticker looks so bad. This corner. But you know what? You know what? It cannot be helped. It is what it is. Alright, that's all for today, I think. All for today. I will be back again tomorrow.